Good afternoon, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about the fatal and deadly accident between American Airlines Flight 5342, which was a PSA Bombardier CRJ 700, and a military helicopter at Washington Reagan National Airport, which was on January 29th of 2025. This video is just going to be real raw and just some pure emotion and thoughts towards everybody involved. It's a really unfortunate circumstance for a variety of reasons, and obviously I want to recognize that. This is a very challenging video to make, obviously, with the implications of what this means for our entire industry. I don't know the exact details regarding how long it's been, but in my entire lifetime that I have retention, I can't remember a time that there was this fatal of a accident in U.S. aviation history that I was informed of. I think maybe the last one was the American Airlines A300, maybe, but regardless of whatever the case is, this is a truly devastational event for U.S. aviation as a whole in the entire United States and the entire world. So, first and foremost, obviously, all my thoughts go out to everybody involved from Washington National, Wichita, American Airlines, PSA, everybody involved with the helicopter, the pilots, everybody that was in there, along the three occupants, along with obviously the 60 on board for the. I haven't got to see all the details, by the way. I did have to report to work today, so I don't have the full story or full synopsis, of course, of all of what's going on here. So if I get any information incorrect, I apologize. The main point of this video is to give all my thoughts and obviously prayers to go out to everybody involved with this situation. So this is a truly devastational time for the entire landscape of aviation. Obviously, you can't not recognize that. So on this channel, obviously, we try to make many videos promoting aviation, and it would be, I think it's only right to make a video acknowledging this subject. Now, obviously, there's so many different vantage points that we could take, we could get into, so on and so forth. My purpose here isn't going to do that. I don't have any reason to speculate or get into any of the complications regarding this accident. All of you probably know a good synopsis of what's happened, but just as a brief, quick rundown, this CRJ 700 was coming in from Wichita, Kansas, and it was on short final for runway 1 at Washington Reagan National. If you know much about the Washington Reagan National Airport, you know that the approaches are complicated, and I think it was likely because of a gusting wind. I don't have all the information, but regardless of the case, in some capacity, the aircraft attempted to do a circle to land for runway 33, which is their shorter runway. And this directly goes over the water there on the river by the airport on the east side. And it's not uncommon to see helicopters from the Army flying near there. And unfortunately, there was a helicopter flying near there during that time, obviously. Unfortunately, the aircraft did collide. There were several videos online. You see here in the frame that there's an earth cam there showing it. And yeah, just the implications of this are just beyond sad. And again, my thoughts and prayers go out to everybody involved, again, from Wichita, Washington National, American Airlines, PSA, the helicopter for the Army, everybody involved there. And obviously, everybody that's affiliated, whether you're in the United States or around the world, it's just truly devastational. Now, obviously, just factual, information here. This was an evening flight. This was just before 9 p.m. at night. And, there's several pieces of the puzzle on this, once again, what happened. Unfortunately, there's the video. It's devastational to even see that. I didn't know it was autoplay. But anyway, this was an Army UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter. So that's another piece of information here. And it was 64 total people on the Bombardier CRJ 700. That's going to be 60 passengers with 4 crew members. So that's the information that we have currently on that. There was various press statements put out. American Airlines put out several with various videos from their CEO, Islam. So that came out over today, it's looked like, as well. There's been a variety of news sources covering this, including our U.S. president speaking on it earlier today as well. I'm not going to give any opinions or thoughts on that. That's not my place. And quite frankly, I think the most important point here to make is that it's devastational to all 64 people there, along with the 3 people that were on the helicopter in the thousands tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions and billions of people that this personally impacts and affects on a daily basis. It is crazy to just think, of all the complications in aviation, how many planes fly per day, the safety rate that aviation has, not only in the United States, but around the world. But obviously, no matter what the case is, the ultimate goal of aviation is safety. And to see this is just devastational. So, yeah, this is just tough to look at. This was just so tough to see last night, to be honest. My boss from work, Wednesday yesterday, I'm sorry, sent out he does weekly motivations, and he sent out one regarding grief, which is certainly hits home. Now, you may be wondering how grief relates to motivation. Well, there's aspects where, you got to push yourself no matter what the situation is. And, that's directly what was related. So the timing of that was certainly crazy. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, it's tough. It's really sad to see. I know I'm repeating myself over and over again, but what else can I say? I mean, once again, this is the first major deadly accident that I remember as an aviation enthusiast in the United States of this magnitude. And it's just crazy to see it, from this perspective, and then obviously for all around the world, and, what's happened over time. It's just absolutely insane. So, yeah. What words can I come up with? I really don't know. This is tough, and I'm sure there's going to be many implications from this for a very long time, and this will certainly be remembered for many reasons. But all we can do is hope for the best at this point. It's crazy to think, and I just feel for everybody involved. Crazy. And I know there was some social media post about even an individual that posted that he was on this flight on his Instagram story, which is just heartbreaking. There's no other way to put it. I feel for everybody involved, family, friends, colleagues, you name it. It's just so incredibly devastating to see. And yeah, I know that my thoughts, aren't particularly well aligned, but again, this is just really tough to see, and I just don't even know what words to come up with. But the acknowledgement aspect was my biggest primary goal with this video, and I think that hopefully that served its purpose very well. But yeah, this is really tough. So yeah, but it had to be recognized. Yeah, recognition is important for a situation like this, and this is the best way to do it. So, one has no words. One has no words. Thinking of everybody involved, hoping and praying for the best always. This is just tough, and no matter who you are or what you do, I think that we can all, collectively, as an entire world, nation, United States, and then everybody in between, can come together and say that we can all hope for the best as we continue to move forward. I think is the best analysis we could have at this point. Analysis is the wrong word, but the best thoughts that we can give, and hope for the best, as it's really tough. With that said, I know I'm just going to keep repeating myself if I continue this, but the acknowledgement aspect was the most important piece of the puzzle to me for this video. I hope all of you continue to do well and stay safe out there. And no matter what, life's precious. It's obvious. This incident, it certainly shows all of that. And just you gotta hope for the best. I think that's all that we can do. There's so many ways that one can emotionally handle this. So, but the best that I can take away is that we can all collectively come together and say that we're just gonna have to do the best we can right now. I think that is absolutely the best that we can do. With that said, keep everybody in your thoughts, and no matter what the case is, do keep in mind that it can happen anytime. It can be devastational, and I feel for everybody here. That's simply the best I can come up with for this video. So with that said, take care, everybody. Stay safe. Keep everybody in your thoughts, and no matter what, just hope for the best.